In this video, we're going to be talking about why meditation is key to getting and staying sober. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another lesson here at Sobriety University. This channel is designed to help people navigate their sober journey, get through some of the ups and downs that come with getting clean. And today's video is going to be talking about meditation. So I first want to say that I just created a free 432 Hertz loving kindness guided meditation, and you can download that following the link in the description. We highly recommend checking it out. It's been super helpful with me in this last few days, just helping letting go some resentments I was holding on to, find some more compassion to myself. And so for those that don't know about 432 Hertz, when we go out in the world and we're in like city life, we're using our phones and electronics and stuff, listening to music, that all emanates the frequency of 440 Hertz. And that may be a kind of a reason why we kind of feel so fatigued after using a lot of media for a long time, or just going to the grocery store, hearing all those bleeps and bloops and stuff. And so with 432 Hertz, it taps into a different brainwave and activates more states of, like, I think the alpha and the beta, whichever one induces calm. And you may have heard of binaural beats as well. This is essentially what it is, and it just helps induce states of calm and relaxation, kind of taps into those natural frequencies that we experience when we're out in nature and stuff. And so yeah, it's been super helpful in just helping me kind of calm down and find some peace at the end of the day, or even in the morning. So that's free for anyone who would like to download. Feel free to let me know how it goes and comment below how meditation has helped you in your journey through sobriety or just in life in general. Definitely would be great to get some conversation going on that. So yeah, let's just dive right in with today's topic. And so number one is going to be meditation helps to let go of negativity. And how this works is just, it helps us become aware of these thought patterns that happen within us and that kind of lead to different emotional states. And what we might not realize is that we have certain kind of thoughts that will come up, and it can almost lead down like this entire just loop of destruction, basically. We just might not realize that comes from just one single thought. So for an example would be like, man, I don't want to go to work today, just for example, thought. Then that leads to, I need money. I don't have money. I'm worried about money. People aren't going to like me because of it. You see how it just can spiral so just like out of control, and just from one single thing that had nothing to do with the end thought, that's just kind of the trajectory. And with meditation, we learn how to just kind of observe it, see it for what it is, and just identify with it, separate it from it, break up with it in a sense. So one example is just if you're a parent and you have kids, and you might have realized that at one point, depending on where you are in your journey, that the kids stopped being so cuddly and just sweet and quiet, and they just became quite rambunctious and full of energy, and just like, what? And just like they're just running around causing trouble, just doing what kids do, right? Well, the first maybe few months that happens, it could be a little jarring, like, oh my gosh, like what happened to these sweet kids? This shouldn't be happening and all that. After a year or so, though, you just kind of accept, like, oh, this is just what kids do. And for those who have had even more than one kid, I'm sure the second kid, in a sense, has been easier, because you're just like, you know what to expect. And that's kind of the same thing with our thoughts. We can just view them as like little children that just are running around. They want attention. They want sweets or cookies, or maybe they just want to cause trouble and dig stuff up. And sometimes they're very sweet and they're just calm and relaxed and full of love, and other times they're not. And we can learn to observe each thought the same way we do with the ones we do enjoy, like the positive, loving thoughts. We're going to just have a lot more peace overall, and we're just going to be overall less affected by it, and then less triggered to go back out and start using, or maybe pick up our addiction of choice, because we just won't have that need to quell the anxiety, because through meditation it can be like a substitute for the drug and the alcohol, or pot, whatever, marijuana, cocaine, whatever the drug is. Like meditation becomes that medication. I was at a meditation meeting once, and this guy had a shirt and it said, stay meditated. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was just so great for the moment, and I'll always remember that shirt. Stay medicated. And it's really true. Like, we can kind of start to view meditation as our medication, and it helps to substitute maybe the drugs or the addiction that we were using. So number 2 is we get to know ourselves more. And how this works is kind of the same way with number 1, is when we start to observe these thoughts and separate from, we kind of realize that those thoughts and those emotions aren't us anymore. And who we are is a lot deeper, a lot more loving and kind, and just free, essentially. And meditation helps us begin to kind of separate from maybe some of that conditioning that we've grown up with or been just picked up over our lifespan. And again, what's left is our innermost selves, aliveness. I don't really even think it can be put into words. I've definitely experienced, after like a while of meditating, these like childlike states where I just had memories of being a kid, and I would almost get to embody them for like a few hours or so, where I just felt so free and alive. And I didn't realize that's just what my life was as a kid. And just over time, obviously through experiences and trauma and stuff and life, I've essentially forgot that, and just more stuff has been combated. So with meditation, we get to shed that armor and just be left with like who we were, and just like at our most innocent state. And that's just something so beautiful about meditation. And that's why I keep doing it every single day, because I just love being with me. And again, it's something that comes with getting clean, is we get to love being with ourselves again and love who we are. I think when people get into sobriety, there's often a lot of shame and guilt that we have to work through and kind of let go of, and that can take some time. And one of the gifts is once we let that go, we're left with this almost just blissed out state. Like, I feel way better on a day-to-day basis than I ever did taking drugs. I would say there was one drug experience that was really powerful, and I felt that equivalent. I can't say equivalent because that was high out of my mind. I felt that love and joy. It's even better now because I'm not conditioned by the drug, and when I was on the drugs and feeling that good, I knew in the back of my mind that it was gonna go away eventually. Now though, it's just like natural, and I can tap into that confidence and peace and love I felt when I was on the drugs. Just walking to my car. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty simple too. I'm still even baffled by it a little bit. It's just like so simple, and we can just learn to love, and we learn to love the simple things so much. Just a huge gift of sobriety. I would highly encourage you to keep going just for that. So that was number 2. Diving into number 3 is going to be less stress and anxiety, and just more like smoothness and flow throughout our day. So I think especially when we do this in the morning or before bed, we wake up and we have this kind of just like, we can kind of get out of bed and start our day. When we do in the morning, we just have I think a different kind of perspective on the world than the kind of get up and just go and just start going and moving and doing stuff. It's like, I find my actions are a lot more thoughtful and smooth and carried out with a little more intent and less compulsion, which is really a huge reason why I keep doing it too, is to kind of overcome some of the compulsive tendencies I have. So again, just more flow, smoothness in life, just being able to kind of let things bounce off you a little bit. It's almost like we get like a little protective armor, and just negativity for a while at least just kind of bump it away, and you're not floored by it, I think. And I've noticed this particularly on the days I don't meditate, maybe you have it as well, that I'm a lot more reactive, a lot more like irritable, and get more angry at the little things. So I think that's really what meditation is huge for, is just really just helping to not be so floored by the little things, because sometimes it's not even the big things that get us in life. It's just these tiny little things that add up to like a huge like, I don't know, monster. Like, I think of like those like the movies where there's like a bunch of little like aliens, for example, or in Wreck-It Ralph there's a bunch of little Ralphs, and they combine to make like a mega monster, right? That's kind of essentially what happens sometimes with these little things in life. Like we get like 30 little things, and before we know it, it's just conglomerated into one big thing. And when we can have those little things bounce off us and not get attached to us and like leech onto us, we are just free then, and we don't have to face that monster at the end of the day, and two, we have more space and freedom to do what we want, to tackle those big things that maybe we really want to have gone from our lives, but we can't even get to it because there's so many little things. That's like a huge one. And yeah, those two are enough right there. Like, and freedom too, just to enjoy our lives, and the mundane things and the things that aren't super exciting or gonna fulfill us, and maybe these divine, well, they will fulfill us. Sometimes we just don't allow it, and meditation helps us learn how to allow those little things to really kind of nourish us, because I think it's rare that someone has a life where they have just huge monumental things happening day after day after day. Some do, for sure. I know I don't, definitely, and I have to get accustomed to being okay with having little things happen once in a while, and being okay with that. And over time, like, bigger things have happened because I've allowed the little things to start to manifest and plant their roots and to spread. So yeah, I think that's all for today. We'll definitely talk more in depth about meditation in videos to come, because there's a lot to cover. Definitely going to talk about some of the ways that meditation, some of the myths I think about meditation, because oftentimes I think there's this belief that it's going to be this like beautiful divine thing, and like, you know, you see the pictures of people probably in the thumbnail just looking like they're in such bliss. Well, that is definitely a part of it too. There is also a part that is very tough and painful, and sometimes things are going to come up that we really just have not been willing to look at. And as we can be more open to allowing that in our life, we're going to experience the peace that comes with just the negativity not being there anymore. And so kind of working through some of those myths and having some realistic expectations on it, I think is going to be really helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free again to download the meditation below. Let me know how you like it. And if the link doesn't work, feel free to hit me up and I can send you a SoundCloud link, because I know some people don't have Dropbox. I think SoundCloud's pretty accessible to everyone. And then that we just launched the website a couple days ago. So feel free to check that out. It's got some YouTube videos, some stuff about meditation, and we also have one-on-one coaching, which is kind of the biggest point of this website, is to advertise that and make that available for people. And this is just one-on-one coaching for people who are not quite ready to hop into the recovery community yet, maybe have some anxiety about being in big groups, and just kind of want someone to talk to for a while, one-on-one, to kind of maybe get a game plan and a strategy going. So when you are ready to enter like a bigger field, or maybe even you're not going to ever be ready, and that's okay too. It's just like another way to kind of get some momentum under our feet, so we can get that first day out of the way, the first week, the first month, and then really start building some momentum so we can stay sober for the long run. And I'm super excited to help you with that, if that's something you're interested in. So again, feel free to check out the website and apply today. So thank you guys so much. Talk to you next one, and yeah, have a great day. Peace.